Hey everyone, welcome to Was That in Good Taste Behind the Bar. My name is Chandler Phillips,
I'm James Beery.
and we are taking it behind the bar today to learn a little bit about mezcals and what to do with them. We got a very special mezcal that we're trying for the first time here. And before we get into how much we enjoy it,
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it literally fuels me. Literally fuels me.
it provides just the right amount of validation I need to get me up in the morning.
It's sustenance for me.
It's like my Folgers.
I'm trying to think of like a good in waking up adoration in your inbox.
Ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
What are we drinking today? We're doing mezcal.
We're doing mezcal, and we kind of co-created a fun little cocktail with
And by
this.
co-created, really, you made it.
I threw 4 different bottles of random aperitifs at you,
You scared me for a
and
second.
I said, "Here, this is work within these confines." This is the kind of idea I'm going with.
That Aperol was not going in this.
The Aperol wasn't a
That
good idea,
Aperol
but
was
you
not-
saw like where my head was at.
Yeah.
So first we're starting with the base spirit of Los Siete Misterios. It is a mezcal made. Well, this one is the Doba-yej. I think that's Yej.
If we
Yay.
say something wrong, or it's not our native language, we're sorry. We apologize.
Well,
Roast us in the comments.
here's the fun part is
Oh.
it's not even a Spanish word. Bum bum.
Oh,
I know. It's actually comes from the Zapotec language family that developed alongside Aztec, a little pre-Aztec civilization, and has still been spoken to this day in certain regions of Oaxaca.
I love that. Wow. Look at me learning stuff.
I know. That's what I said. Get ready to learn about some mezcals, because this one that we're drinking right here is just kind of their general. Oh, it's brought to us by
It's bought us by.
what's the name of the brand? Mezcal Los Siete Misterios. This one's their attempt at just like an easy drinking, mix it with cocktails. It's not supposed to be an overly complicated mezcal that you like sit and think about. It's just kind of like they're getting to know you mezcal. It's like the Vita for Del Maguey,
Oh yeah.
where, and honestly, at the price point I got it at, it's I could definitely see me kind of upgrading my mezcal selection for just the regular bar stock. With this, like this would be like Vita would be like the house, and then this would be like the next step up for like the featured cocktails.
Well, before we even, I'm curious. How much was this bottle?
I got it a little bit closer to cost at $34.99 in Midtown Manhattan.
Manhattan.
So
Oh, that's cheaper than Vita.
I thought Vita was like 29.
I could have sworn Vita was almost 40.
Oh, well,
And by almost 40, I mean maybe was it 34? Yeah, like
Well, that'd
I
be,
could have sworn like 39.
comparable. And we tried it just on its own a little bit earlier, and I want to know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on just the straight up mezcal.
Well, if going for easy drinking is what they're looking for, then I think that they succeeded. Whatever easy drinking means to you, that's kind of like an individual thing, right? But for me, easy drinking means it's something that like you can kind of put in anything, right? Which is why I love gin. If you have Coke, if you have juice, if you have something, you put gin in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you don't really do that with mezcal. You know, you don't just sit there. I mean, maybe I do, but most people aren't just going around like, man, let me have a mezcal and Coke.
But mezcal's becoming more and more popular these days, as like mezcal palomas
Mm-hmm.
have been really hot the past couple years.
And this is the exact kind of mezcal you would use.
Spicy mezcal ritas. They've also.
Well, you don't want something too smoky.
You don't want it too smoky. You don't want it to be like you're throwing a scotch in an old fashioned, because a
Yes.
scotch in an old fashioned doesn't always blend. Like you try to throw like Ardbeg in an old fashioned.
I was just thinking that, like that heavy, even though obviously the peat smoke is different than this kind of smoke, while similar though, and kind of like they're both
Now,
plants, right?
do you know what makes them different? Can you tell us what makes them? What's
Isn't peat is moss,
yeah,
and agave is not moss.
that's correct. But like,
I know that. Well,
where does the smokiness derive?
I mean,
Educate the public.
The peat is natural,
yeah,
right? But they take it and they smoke it and they burn it.
it's how they malt the cereal grains.
Yeah. Mezcal, we literally had this whole conversation and I don't remember. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. You take the agave
Yes.
and you smoke it, but you smoke it differently than tequila.
He's correct. So I also have like their websites,
Yeah.
like step-by-step process.
If I'm
like
correct, I think mezcal. I remember seeing tequila when they take the agave. They have it like on a kind of more flat bed, and they have these big, like reeds, and they beat it. And I think when I've seen them do it for mezcal, it was like a pie. It was like a pyre. It was like a pyre where they were laying on each other,
mhm.
like a big fire, like a big video game fire.
Are you saying wait, this is for like the cooking them?
Yes, that's all I've seen. Look, Vice or something.
That's probably. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not saying
yeah.
it's not.
I'm relaying something that I saw on YouTube.
Siete Misterios has their step-by-step instructions for how they do
Is
it.
it anything even close to my madness?
No, you're correct. It is agave. It is harvested and then it is cooked and smoked in a traditional way, but it's done in underground ovens made of earth stones.
I had it backwards. That's the tequila is the ones that are like above ground and they smoke it in I say a pyre, but it's like a hut. But it's like
just
above ground.
like tequila, the way they treat the piñas, which is the heart of the agave or maguey plant. Maguey espadine is the one that's used in this one, and it's just one of the most popular. I just read that, and I wanted to.
They try to turn all the kids gay.
Espadine.
Yeah.
Tobola. I don't know. I was just thinking of other plants. So, blue agave, which is a different species within the agave family, because there's a whole lot of agaves.
Blue agave being the one that, in order for it to be tequila,
that it has to be
100%
blue agave.
blue agave.
Specifically, that it's kind of like with bourbon and having corn in it, where if it doesn't have enough corn, then it's not really bourbon.
It's always interesting to have a conversation with someone and they're like, this has 100% blue agave. And you're like, all tequila does.
If it has, well, some of it.
But those are like agave spirits. If it says tequila.
Agave spirits are confounding. I don't know if I respect the hustle of agave spirits or if I'm disgusted by them.
I remember because I showed you that one at that liquor store that's now closed again, where it was remember I showed you, and it was I thought it was tequila at a really good price.
But it wasn't real.
But it wasn't tequila. It was like an agave spirit. I now that you mention it, I remember now the mezcal. Well, one, if I'm correct, it can be any kind of agave. It doesn't have to be blue.
Pretty much.
It doesn't have to be from the same. It doesn't have to be from that region.
So mezcal isn't necessarily any kind of agave, but it's the agave family. Mezcal is like a branch of within agaves, and then blue agave is its own individual thing. So within the select species of mezcal, maguey, or that's what the subcategory is. Just in case, any taxonomy listeners want to. So I don't know, man.
They take the pina.
Yeah.
And what do they? You say they had the 4 steps. They take it, they smoke it.
They smoke it. They cook it underground like a luau pig.
So that's what I was saying. That's what I'd seen, where they had the underground oven and they
Yeah.
put like banana leaves or something over the top of it because
It
it's like a
says
smoker.
we layer plant matter over the stones, river stones that they put on top of charcoals and tarps, and let it sit in soil for 3 to 5 days.
That YouTube video that I once saw 2 years ago did me well.
Then what happens?
Then they take it and they mash it up. They macerate it.
They're master macerators.
Am I right?
You are correct.
Fuck, I'm not even joking around.
Siete Misterios does it by one of two ways. They have two techniques that are the only techniques they use. Either they smack it with a paddle and say, "You've been a bad agave."
That's the way I like to hit my guy. I mean, consensually.
Or I guess carved wooden mallet. So it's a carved wooden mallet, which is technically a paddle. Let's be honest.
And it's like in a big bowl, like a big stone vessel. And then the people, I'm remembering this YouTube video. Yes. And they just stand around it and they're like beating it with the fucking hammers.
It's like watching Kirby when he has the hammer thing. Or the second one is my favorite part of this whole spiel.
Oh, I really believed you the other time.
Or it's with a traditional Chilean Tahona horse that pulls a mill wheel and crushes the agave until it's finely ground.
So they're definitely doing the first one more.
I don't know. I feel like they're probably doing the second one more, given that it's less manpower. You don't have to pay a horse.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to pay a lot to maintain a horse. And you kind of don't have to pay workers that well.
Yeah, that's fair. But also, I like to think that maybe there's just one horse. And so they got like real specific with like, it's a traditional Chilean Tahona. And it's the one dude. It's the
literally
one
the one
horse.
guy.
It's one horse that's
It's
like,
the guy with good marketing.
they make me do everything around here.
Like 10 years ago, he like did the same thing like the Kill Lady. He just like hired a firm to like help him get a job, you know. So his horse is like a regular horse,
But he's
just, like,
managed to market the shit out of
he
this
just
horse.
marketed the
It's traditional. It's an artisan horse. Why would they use a horse and not like
a machine.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, any other device that could, any other piece of modern technology that doesn't rely on
You ever heard that thing?
animal
I
labor?
swear this is connected. You ever heard that thing about Rupert Murdoch? No. Who's the other guy? Berkshire Hathaway.
Goldman Sachs?
The guy, the fucking Warren Buffett.
Oh.
They're like, oh, he clips coupons, right? No. If he clips coupons, then I believe they fucking use horses. And I'm telling you, I don't know what they put on the bottle, but if you're running a company and like you just like mill the thing out of the ground or like smash it and you like have people do it,
or you have a horse
horse do it, that just seems ineffective. And I just
there are so many better shredding devices, but you also got to think, oh, what if I'm losing material?
How much of it is only it said they only do the 2 ways?
Yeah.
How much of it is only the 2 ways? Because I bet you with this 4 ways, but they only do those. I just don't believe it.
We use one of 2 milling techniques.
All right.
We either use hand carved wooden mallets or traditional Chilean.
Hand-carved wooden mallets.
So now they got a guy to carve the mallets for him.
We didn't understand it. Hand-carved wooden mallets attached to pistons, attached to machines to fucking to mill.
That's how they do. Okay.
Because you don't. It's so silly. Like it's probably not like a big silver machine, but it's probably like some sort of machine, and they put the mallets in it.
Or they have some sort of device, but they also have a petting zoo that gives horse rides. Now, it doesn't cost to get the horse rides, but it costs to use the petting zoo. And so the horse, someone in the company would say like, "Oh, he keeps the lights on in this place, so by the horse's work, he manages to pay the necessary electric bill costs." To where through the transitive property, the horse is doing work, crushing it at work, so to speak. He's crushing it. He's the best damn horse they could ask for. But he's not actually crushing the agave. He's doing so well at work that he can power a machine financially. He can financially
the financial
support.
machine.
He's the financial
machine of this. I could. Oh fuck. Oh, that's good. What's the last? So they take it. They mash it.
Then they fermentation.
I was gonna say then the next part would obviously be to like that's obviously I almost said distill, but it's like a mash, right? So they probably
wait. What kind of mash?
A monster mash.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm literally fucking off the top of my head here. I feel like they ferment it in like either pits or pots, not barrels, or not like stills, because they're so traditional with these horses and shit, right? So it's probably just like in a hole.
I mean, there's
but not like a dirty hole.
There's still
like a nice clean hole, maintained, and like all the shit's healthy. The horse is clean.
You gave them a little too much credit. They just ferment it in wooden vats. However, those wooden vats are exposed to open air, and they aren't kind of sealed off the way a lot of contemporary spirits are made. Their local temperature and wild yeast naturally ferment the agaves. It's a wild yeast one.
I love that.
Wildy yeasts. That means it can be thrown off by the season.
So then do they strain it then? Do they wait. Oh, do they put it? Oh, they put it with what? Hold on. They put it with the grain and stuff. I'm dumb. They put it with their mash. Then after it's fermented.
Wait, what?
Wait,
yeah. No grain. It's just agave.
Oh, it's just agave. Oh,
so
I'm dumb.
Like,
the liquor is just agave.
Like how
so
stone
it's just
fruits
open.
have like if you look at a plum or something, it's kind of got that little fogginess on it.
Yes.
That's a wild yeast.
Yes.
And so agaves get them too on the outside of their plants. And so you just mash that shit the fuck up, and the wild yeasts that are on the agave do the work for you. They feed
so
the
silly.
machine.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking dope how like agave is just like, hey, make alcohol out of me.
And then you distill it.
Now their claim to fame here at Los Siete Misterios is that both their Doba-yej, that's what I'm going with the pronunciation. I'm going to change it up each time, but just so you know, that's what I'm going to go with for this one.
It's really offensive.
Damn it. The ensembles cast, which is a bunch of espadín / other things like pechuga, and then a couple other mezcals are done in copper pots. Excuse me, I had to sniff.
In copper pots.
In copper pots, while the espadín, barril, Mexicano, and Arauqueño.
Keep going. Yeah.
Arauqueño.
Arauqueño.
That's what I'm gonna go with.
That's what we're going with.
Arauqueño. And Tobola. Tabula? No, it's 2 A's, but one of them's got a tilde. And I'm not gonna tell you. A tilde.
You're not gonna tilde me which one? Tilde
I'm not gonna tilde you anything. I told you once, and I'm not gonna tilde you again. They're all distilled in clay pots. So some of them are done in the copper pot, like the classic Irish whiskey pot still. But some of them are done in clay pots. How neat is that? I'd say that's pretty neat.
Oh, we're not. Yeah, that is neat. I can't imagine how that scales.
I'm curious how the
like, how do you Are the pots next to each other?
I'm curious. Well, yeah, how
Did they just
what's
substitute
this,
the stills for pots that are shaped like the stills
but made of clay?
but made of clay?
I think it'd be interesting to see how you get a seal on it, but as you're doing it, you could just put clay on the thing, and then the outside will dry, but the inside will stay.
How rigid and how strong is clay?
Well, like terracotta is pretty damn strong. I mean, it's fucking Oaxaca, so like they they made some like pretty dope structures, like construction sites. Like the archaeologists are still digging up shit, like the fucking Chichen Itza.
But I mean, like today.
No, they did it like.
But I'm saying, like, you think these companies are like getting the highest quality
No, but I'm saying
craftsmen
they've
to?
been doing it though. Like they got the.
Oh, so it's part
See-
of them. Is this part of the culture?
It's yeah. It's the traditional methods. It's like if I were to make a tuna melt or something. There's a traditional method, and if you put tomato on a tuna melt, you're dead to me.
I don't even eat a tuna melt, but if I did, I'd put tomato on it.
Oh,
And
you're
probably
dead
lots
to
of
me.
onion and
Well,
probably
okay.
olives. And also
What?
probably
Wait, okay, you lost me, then you won me back, and then you really fucking lost me. What kind of olives?
actually fuck, I burned the hell out of my fucking eyes. I am unfucking sure. Name some olives and I'll give you a yay or nay while I fix my eyes that I burned with hot sauce hands.
Oh no, he's got hot sauce. Kalamata.
Unpitted, diced, maybe. No black olives. I feel like no black olives.
Whoa.
No, only because I feel like in this instance, no. I'm kidding. That sounds disgusting. Onions, green onions.
Green onions.
Green onions. I like
Over
that.
red onions?
Ooh, both.
Yeah. Okay, that was the right answer. And then like a red cow. Oh wait, no, we're still. Fuck. Fuck, man. Okay, we're supposed to talk about the mezcal and then
Wait.
the cocktail. We got a fun cocktail.
Yes, we have fun. I burned my eyes. Okay. We're in for it now. This is a mezcal day.
California love.
Wait, can you all right. Please tell us about this delicious cocktail as I weep in agony.
This delicious cocktail is brought to you by our ingenuity when it comes to thinking about drinking. We took the Los Siete Misterios Mezcal, agave,
I'm fine.
and then we, I did a little research,
It's a little burning around.
and you good? do you want do you want to do the bit?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm here.
Did you bring enough for the class?
I know, right? Whew.
Did you pepper spray yourself?
I did. It's pretty fucking funny. Please tell us about this. I have a name for it.
Oh, okay. So, Los Siete Misterios. We got this. And then I looked up a thing that was an M&M, which was mezcal and Montenegro Amaro. But we didn't have the Amaro, so instead we used Amaro Nonino and then kind of found some footing in some interesting adaptations in order to kind of boost the rest of the drink. It kind of, I'd say, is inspired by a paper plane of sorts.
Yes. Which
Well,
we apparently we love.
I'm a big fan of those, but also like a mezcal Manhattan. So why don't you go ahead and explain what ingredients we got going on in here?
Well, it just so happens that this has this amazing mezcal, the Amaro Amino, which I did not realize there were different Amaros. I did not know that.
All Amaros are different. They're all like regionally specific. That's
Right.
what, like Aperol, Amaro, Campari.
Oh, I did.
Amaro.
I think I did know that.
If it's from Italy and it's an aperitif or like digestif, it isn't just like a straight up.
And isn't that
liquor.
the Campari, that brand? They're the ones who own all those, right?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, they own
They're-
most of them.
Is Pernod and Ricard Italian owned? Because if they are, they're. I think Pernod might be. But the only reason absinthe isn't an Amaro is because it's not Italian. And if it's not Italian, then it's not an Amaro.
So we have those two ingredients. In addition to, we have a citrus simple syrup. Throw that in there.
How'd you make that? That was like
That's
the
like a
whole
whole thing.
fermented thing, right?
I'm gonna do a thing about it. I just like every time saying it, I gotta do it again
Okay.
because it'll be better next time.
It's a citrus simple syrup, but it's beyond just like
Yeah, but it's
orange
supposed to be.
juice and simple syrup.
Oh yeah, because it's made of grapefruits, Meyer lemons, and navel oranges.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like pretty complicated, pretty complex. I think it gives it a nice body. And then for shits and gigs, did did an absinthe misting of the glass
Both before and after
and
the pour.
after, just to give it a little
Well, that was because when we looked up what the flavor profile
licorice.
was, it said licorice root, and I wasn't sure if we were gonna hit that note in the Nonino, and so I thought, hey, what if? Initially, I threw like Sambuca and Aperol at you, and I was like, hey, what about these?
Which I don't hate those. Actually, Apple and Sambuca kind of sounds tasty to me.
I could see it,
But
they would need something to bridge. It would need it to bridge the two. Whereas this had the citrus simple that really just yoink, kind of threaded that needle between the intense smoky flavors of the mezcal
yes.
and the Amaro Nonino just was kind of off the wall, bouncy bitters all everywhere up in your face.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's nice. It's a little bitter, right? The citrus syrup. Use regular simple syrup, or maybe like make your own simple syrup with like some oranges. It's not gonna quite taste like this, only because this is that, and which was like the different fruits sitting in the syrups. So it's a lot. It's a lot of the bitterness from the peel and
You
the
get
pith,
the pith, yeah.
as well as from the grapefruits and the Meyer lemons, which aren't lemons.
Yeah, they're like clementines and something else.
Yeah,
It's
and like,
weird.
and the orange.
It's
and,
masquerading around as lemons.
That I think has really elevated this into a drink that I really fucking like.
Oh yeah, I fucks with this heavy, and it kind of turns it into a mezcal old fashioned. And we tried like a handful of mezcal old fashions, or at least I have.
I have as well, yeah. Yeah, we have together.
And yeah,
You haven't seen, but we have.
we've shared a couple mezcal old fashions and some laughs along the way. But it has never been satisfying to try to do an old fashioned with mezcal. Like we did the chocolate it was cacao and ancho bitters that we tried to do with a mezcal. The mezcal is a good mezcal. It wasn't even that fault because we have also had our fair share of bad mezcals.
You know, I literally got that bottle of Vita, and we never did anything with it.
No.
We've
We've done a couple like spicy
but
palomas.
we did that in the past, and we talked about Vita before we were doing video, and I think we need to like revisit that as well, because I'm kind of wanting to see how this cocktail tastes
With the Vita?
with different mezcals.
I think this is a great show off your cocktail. Like just really flash your cocktails vibes.
It is
In just a quick and easy. It's because it's somewhat refreshing, but it's also boozy, and it's. If I had a bar, this would be on a regular specials list.
I mean, if I could choose, I'd get a smokier mezcal. I like the smoke. So if I was going to
fair.
a bar and I was getting this and they gave me a choice,
You would go smokier.
I'd go smokier.
How
But if I
smoky?
went to a place and they just gave this to me, I'd love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't hate it. I'd be like, oh, this is great. This is amazing.
like, and for what this mezcal is, as like a kind of dipping your toe into that world of agave spirits, it does a great job at just kind of being very accommodating. I think that's the best. It's not too intense in any one direction, but it kind of gives you a very well-rounded vibe of what to expect from your average mezcal. Because it's got the smoke on the nose. It's got that kind of bit of twang wine flavor, like almost like a cognac, or not a cognac, but like a mid-shelf brandy. But it's also got the clarity and
I like that clarity,
Flavor.
actually. one of the things about mezcals is that I think they can be often be unapproachable, like a lot of scotches.
Yeah.
However, when you go into, I think, the more affordable range of scotches, you lose the peat altogether.
And it's replaced with malt.
And it's replaced with
You
malt.
get that single malt, double malt. Give me that thick ass malt.
Every mezcal has a little smoke. The Casamigos was real mild with the smoke aspect, but
They could have been a little smokier.
but it feels nice.
The La Madre though, that one
Oh,
was smoky and almost had like a little bit of prickly pear.
and what about the El Bujo? That was the one that was like really. That's the square bottle.
Yeah, I liked them.
Yeah, I remember that. That was really smoky. First time I met Jenna.
Oh, well, so we can kind of test like just a little side by side comparison
Oh shit!
of
I got. Oh, I forgot that I bought this here. I forgot that I bought this into the room.
So this is a mezcal that we've had before that we really don't like. And I'm wondering if perhaps maybe my tastes have changed and maybe my palate has matured, or if it's still a bad mezcal. So with this one still fresh in our minds,
And without even cleaning this glass.
no. Well, it kind of needs a little bit of residual to kind of give it a fighting chance. Mm. That's a damn good. Okay, that's good. That's I don't need to tempt fates. That is.
It's
a damn
early
good
here. Come on.
cocktail.
It's 9 a.m. somewhere.
That's when you tie one on. Like
That's when you're tying it off.
that's
Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
Oh,
I remember this.
does the cork not fit in the bottle?
No. The fucking cork is like tight as a motherfucker. I forgot about that.
Oh, La Venenosa, you fickle little bottle.
God. And everything about it seems so interesting.
It's got a cool design. But it's from Jalisco.
Ugh.
Compared to Oaxaca, their spirits, different spirits.
100% agave maximiliana, which is obviously the type of agave. I don't know what that means.
It's a type of agave.
State Jalisco, region Sierra Occidental.
Wait, does it not even say maguey? Maguey?
Where? No Magay.
Does it say it not on there at all?
No, where? Where is it Magay?
No, I'm curious.
Bottle.
Because
Bottle
as I
two
was
of
saying
two-
earlier,
Oh, bottle 2 of 720.
taxonomically,
218. This was from 2018.
this ain't even a mezcal. This is under the umbrella term of
You're right,
agaves.
Because you read it carefully. It says spirits distilled from agave.
Because it's not Del Maguey. It's just a
Wow.
random other agave. It's
Wait,
some,
so Del Magay. Okay. And
So
Doba-yej.
so
okay.
down here it says 100% Maguey.
Gotcha.
And that means it's from mezcal approved agaves
Gotcha.
or within the family of
So they're
Maguey.
controlling the mezcals too.
Yeah.
The Magays.
The-
Come on.
But not the tequila. No, not the agave spirits.
I remember we hated this shit last time we tried it.
I still believe we just don't know where this lost puppy belongs. But have we matured? Have we grown? No. Ugh. No. No.
We go into a ASMR taste test. Here we go.
Oh. Okay.
Yuck. Oh my god. Why is this so gross?
It's so bad.
What is so gross about this? Ugh. You know what? This goes in a punch. Next
No,
time,
this
it'll
would-
ruin the punch.
This would fuck up a punch. This goes in a Tabasco Bloody Mary because you need to scorch the rest of your taste buds.
Using the Scorpion Tabasco.
Yeah, that's what this only needs spice and distraction.
Be a woman.
Live Moss. Oh, that's genuinely hard to keep down.
I would literally drink fucking bottom shelf anything. I don't. I'm not. I don't mean. I don't mean Jose Cuervo. I mean unlabeled from your neighbor's backyard.
Whoa.
This is weird tasting. It's not like. It's weird. It tastes funny.
It doesn't taste right. And I want to take it to Chicago and make anyone who offers me Malort have to try that in response.
Speaking of.
Go fuck yourself, Malort.
Oh, no.
You heard it here first.
We're going to fucking do Malort.
Oh, damn it. I don't
Here it is.
Oh,
What would you do? What would you do? I would pull that shit out right now.
I would do it, but I'd have to get a small bucket first. Because I couldn't do those back to back.
I might need one after that. Ugh.
So, going back to Los Siete Misterios.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts, feelings, and interpretations of...
I think that it's very good. I think the price is good. Of course, if you're interested in buying this, I think it's super important to be like very clear about what we think about it, right? Mezcal is more expensive than tequila at the bottom level, but
for now.
But that's not too much.
And
At
that's not a bottom
$34.99,
level.
maybe you can find it at $39.99 or even $45. I think those are all good prices for what this is. This is clean tasting. There's no kind of lingering, disgusting taste. The smoke is nice. It doesn't linger too long, but it's strong enough to give you that you're drinking mezcal kind of thing. And I definitely wouldn't drink it straight. Really, not because it's bad, but because
It is palatable straight, though.
I mean, you could, but you wouldn't. You would just take it and you'd put it with maybe make a tequila sunrise or
Ooh, that'd be
or
fun.
like, you know, like do something with it.
The Smoky Palomas are hot this year, man.
But you can pull this out and make people think that this is higher shelf,
Oh, for sure.
you know,
For sure.
because it's mezcal.
I could move this. Like if I needed to go to like bar to bar and be like, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" Dude, I'd move weight.
So, what are your final thoughts on the? You notice I haven't said the name once.
Los Siete Misterios.
Los Siete Misterios.
It means the seven mysteries. Just like Lemony Snicket.
Just like Siete.
Just like Selena.
What do you think?
I think it's
On a scale of 1
it's
to
one of my
8.65.
favorite. It's one of my favorite impulse purchases that I've made in a while. And I think that's very validating. Cuz well, to be full disclosure, it was a Juan recommendation.
Oh, I need to go up. I don't go to Manhattan. Juan has good taste.
Juan has great taste.
Yeah, Juan, who is somebody who worked at our old job.
Juan has put me on to so many things that I would have been like, why? But he's
Honestly, Juan has really a real great, I think a great palate. Like seriously, no jokes. Like
Juan let me try a $275 tequila once. It was the Casa Dragones Ultra Añejo.
that's the black bottle,
Yeah.
which I have right here.
Oh my god, dude! If you pulled that out, I would cry a little bit.
If you like and comment, that can happen.
One of these days. If you're Casa Dragones, hit me up.
I give this
You
a
know what
7
I'm
out of 10. That's above average.
It is above. I give it 8 out of 10.
gotta do. You just gotta do that, right? You just gotta be better than me.
Yeah. Well, I give it an 8 out of 10 before it, or not before, because of its versatility and adaptability. You could put this in a boozy cocktail like we just did. You could put it in a nice, refreshing little palomas. You can do anything and everything you want with this mezcal. And I think it would put itself in a good light. It puts its best foot forward, and I respect that in a spirit.
The spirit has spirit.
Yes, it do.
Oh,
Do we got spirit? How about you? This has been Behind the Bar. We just went on a deep dive about Los Siete Misterios.
I think we had a good time doing it too.
Yeah, we did.
Wow, we went in.
Thanks for joining us. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh, peace.